Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is a new movie. It's out in theaters, and I saw it. I'm just kidding. The whole review's not going to be like that. I'm just trolling. I'm just doing a little bit of trolling. Anyways, this is going to be a short one. I don't have a lot to say about it. Just wanted to get a quick little video out. I've seen the trailer. This movie is about this group of Gen Z people. They go to a mansion for a party, and then they decide to play a game of who done it murder mystery, and eventually the game becomes their reality. So that's basically what the movie is, and it's a horror comedy. It's like Scream, but with a Gen Z twist. This movie markets itself as like the trailer is basically like, look, we know what Gen Z. Oh shit, my bad. I could edit this video, but whatever. Anyways, so this movie markets itself as, hey, look, we know what Gen Z people talk like. We know how they act. So, and I mean, yeah. And this movie has something like a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's everybody that I've seen review it says they pretty much think it's awesome. They think it's great, and I think this movie's pretty good. It's not a game changer or anything. Like people were comparing it like, oh, this is like Scream, but for a new generation. And I'm like, Scream was a game changer. This I don't see it being that way. It's definitely a fun movie for sure. I'd recommend it. It's a fun date movie, I think, but I don't think it's like anything amazing. I will say all the acting in this movie is really good. Like it really just if like I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that like most of this movie's dialogue is improvised because it really just feels it feels like they just put cameras on these people and just talk about random shit, and that's what it's about. A good way to describe this movie is it's like Unfriended if it wasn't shitty. Because I don't want to spoil too much, but Unfriended um Unfriended had, the horror aspect of it, but it also had this aspect of it of this group of friends that all this stuff is happening to. They're a terrible group of friends, and it devolves into them not even caring about the horror aspect of it and them just arguing with each other about how self-absorbed they are. And it's a decent idea. The only problem is Unfriended is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and the acting isn't very good, and the stuff they're arguing about is just really stupid. And here, the stuff they're arguing about is really stupid, but I think the movie knows that and is sort of making fun of it. This movie really hates its cast. Like, this movie hates the characters in this movie. So, sometimes that's a bit of a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it's funny, it's entertaining to watch, but it's a bad thing because they don't feel like real characters at certain points. They feel just more like the filmmakers just talking about like what annoys them about Gen Z. And I'm not just saying that because like I don't feel like this is an angry movie. It's not like it's not like an Adam McKay movie where he's just shouting people like people are too dumb to understand what I'm trying to put out. It doesn't feel like that, but it does feel like the characters in this movie are just like their dialogue. At times, it's very good, but you can tell when the writers were like, how many terms that young people use today can we put in this scene? You know what I mean? So we can put it in the trailer. Like sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it just feels kind of forced and just kind of stupid. But I don't know. And as for the actual who done it mystery, I'll admit, maybe a lot of people won't feel this way. Maybe it's like the most predictable movie in the world, but there were actually a lot of points where I didn't know where this movie was going to go. Although there were some other points where I was like, okay, this is going to happen. And then it happened. And it was like, no shit. But I don't know. This movie kept me guessing. And okay, minor spoilers. If you don't want minor spoilers, and you should probably leave. I'll give you a second. All right, it's over. I'm not gonna say what the ending reveal is, but I can tell that that reveal is probably gonna be very divisive. I'm sure not a lot of people will like it. Some people will, some people won't. As for me, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I thought it worked. I thought it was something different. I like it. I thought it was interesting. And yeah, this movie's decent enough. I'd recommend it. Go see it in a theater, have fun. But I don't know. It's not like an amazing horror film. This movie is a horror comedy, and you know, I would say the only real laughs I got out of it were from the character of Alice. I thought she was a really funny character. A lot of this, like everything she said was just hilarious. Other than that, this movie's not like super funny. But like I said, the acting's really good. Mandla Stenberg is really good, and Maria Bakalova, who was in Borat 2, she was nominated for an Oscar for that movie. She's great, and I thought they both did a great job in the movie. I love Maria Bakalova because she really nails the like you're at a party but you kind of don't want to be there, but since you are there, you're just gonna try your best to get into it. I thought she nailed that pretty well. But anyways, yeah, bodies, bodies, bodies. That's pretty much all I have to say. Um, it's decent. I wouldn't call this film a slasher. It's more of a mystery thriller kind of thing. But it's decent. It's fun. I'd give it probably like a 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10, somewhere around there. It's a good movie, and I'd recommend it. And it's like I said, it's like if Unfriended was well written.